Hi, everybody. I'm on kindergarten computer duty with my little guy this morning. So I won't be here for first block, but I will be here later today. So if you need to talk to me, just stop by and see me later today. We are going to start painting those spirit stack figures today. So we'll talk about all the stuff we need to get done. Okay, first and foremost, your number one priority is to finish that identity relief sculpture. So that includes taking a picture of your sketch, taking a picture of the final project, putting that in your ceramics digital portfolio, and then attaching that to the assignment and also doing that Google form. That's the self-reflection. So that's number one priority. And then if you have that finished, you are ready to start painting your spirit stack figure. You will have time today and tomorrow for painting that. We do have some notes to write down tomorrow, so you won't have the full class period for that. And your spirit stack figures will be on a little black cart over by the closet over there. So when you go over to get it, please make sure that you only touch yours. If you would like to lightly sand it a little bit, it won't change it dramatically, but if you have any like little rough spots that you want to get off, there is sandpaper in the back underneath where the water spray bottles are. There's a bunch of little turquoise drawers. There's sandpaper in one of those drawers. Take your piece outside with the sandpaper, lightly sand it. I would give it a little wet, damp sponge wipe off when you're done to get the dust off, and then you can paint it. If you have any little broken spots, Elmer's glue works great. Sometimes what I do is a little Elmer's glue, little masking tape to kind of make sure it's really well like holding on while the glue dries. There is a glue gun if you don't want to wait for that. Hot glue gun, I don't know. It's not, hot glue is not my favorite way to repair ceramics. I actually prefer Elmer's glue, but if that's the way you want to roll, that's okay. You could possibly glue your spirit stack thing, finish your identity relief sculpture while the glue's drying, and then start painting. So if you have specific questions as to why yours broke, or if there's some breaking parts, come talk to me next time you see me. Okay, just be aware, next week we are moving on to a new project. So there's not going to be a lot of time to finish other work. So Thursday and Friday, you got to get that identity relief sculpture done. We've been working on it for a while. You got to get it done. If that means that you don't paint your spirit stack figure, that's okay. The spirit stack figures, as long as you did your self-reflection on Google Classroom, they've already been graded. So the painting part is not part of the grade. So if you want to paint it, and you just don't have time Thursday and Friday, you can paint it like kind of in between, as we're coming up in the future. It'll be fine. So just be aware of that. But those identity relief sculptures, they got to be done. We got to move on to other stuff. Okay, so let's talk about acrylic paint. Number one, it has a plastic component to it, which means when it dries, it's a little bit challenging to get off of stuff. So that's really important when it comes to cleanup. It dries relatively quickly. So if you paint your whole, piece, I don't know, like yellow, and then you let it dry, then you could go back on top and paint some little details. And then make sure that you clean off the table if you get any paint on it. And then please, please, please make sure you wash the brushes really well with soap and water when you're finished, because dried acrylic paint destroys brushes. And I want you to have nice brushes for the future when you want to use them again. I like these blue bristled brushes for painting with acrylic. There's some squared off brushes that are good, but those are usually for bigger areas of painting. Palette knife is good. All these are in the paintbrush drawer. So palette knife is good to mix your colors, and these brushes are really good for painting with acrylic paint. And make sure, if you don't know how to wash a brush correctly, there's a cute little poster out there in front of the sinks. Please look at that when you get ready to clean up. Okay, so over by the color bulletin board by the back door, this is what the painting table looks like. So please use a paper placemat when you get ready to paint with acrylic paint. Please do not use the cloth placemats, those canvas ones. Those are for clay. I don't want acrylic paint on those. And then when you're done with those, don't throw it away. Just throw it back on the table and we'll reuse them. The magazines are your palettes. So you just put some paint on there, and at the end of class, rip off the pages you used and throw them in the trash. With acrylic paint, those are pretty much the colors I have. You can check the cabinet if you want to see if there's anything else, but that's pretty much what I have. My supply is a little bit low, and I apologize for that. Please be aware the pumps do not work. They are old and crusty, and so if you need to use that paint, just kind of pull the lid up a little bit and pour it out. And just be aware that, sometimes that when you pour, it comes out really quick. So just be careful. And then there's paper towels over there as well. So you also need the paintbrushes, palette knife, paper towel, and then a cup for water to rinse out your brushes. And just, you guys hopefully all remember some of your color theory. If you don't like the green I have, make your own green. If you, want a light blue, mix white and blue together. Sometimes the most interesting colors are the ones you make yourself. The ones that come straight out of the bottle are sometimes kind of boring. So just be okay with, mixing a little bit. That's fine. And also don't get every color that you need at the very beginning. Just get, maybe one or two colors, use those, and then go back for more. If you have specific questions, feel free to email me. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. And have fun, and please clean up really well. And don't forget about your studio job. And I will see you on Friday. Take care.